Good evening, everyone. My name is Krista Magallanes, and I decided to do my presentation on Steve Jobs. One of my favorite quotes that he had was, "Innovation distinguishes between a leader and a follower." To me, leadership is setting a direction, building a vision, and guiding the group towards a common goal. Mapping out where you need to reach the goal, where you need to go to reach your goal. And I believe that's something Steve Jobs did. He knew where he wanted to go with his company, and he knew what he wanted. So he took every risk, and he did what he had to do to build his company. To me, a leader is a person who has a vision, drive, and commitment to achieve the vision, and they have to have the skills to make it happen. I found 3 different leadership styles. The first one was authoritative. The leader has control over the decisions, where the group members have little to no say. The participative, where the group members have a role in the decision-making process. Or the delegative, which the responsibility of making decisions is placed on the members. And I believe Steve Jobs was kind of all 3 of them, because when he first started his company, they started in their parents' garage, him and his partner, and he was very demanding. There was no room for anybody else to say. He knew what he wanted, and what he said went. Once they started the company, he gave his workers the chance to show him what they had. So they got to make some of the decisions as far as what was going to happen, as far as what they were going to do. And towards the end, he let them start their own projects. They had their own activities going, and then when they were done, they would come show him, and he would tell them what he thought of it. Your work is going to fill a large part of your life, and the only way to be truly satisfied is to do what you believe is great work. And the only way to do great work is to love what you do, and if you haven't found it yet, keep looking. Don't settle, as with all matters of the heart, you'll know when you find it. That quote has been really a big part of my life, because I haven't found yet something I want to do, and I feel like physical therapy school is what I'm determined to do and what I'm meant to do. So that's why I haven't stopped. Hopefully, sometime in the future, I'll be able to finish mine. As a leader, he started his company at the age of 21, which is what pushes me to do better, because I'm 21 right now, and I don't have my own company yet, and it's kind of making me want to do better so I can do and be successful at a young age like he was. He had a clear vision of what he wanted, and he knew what he wanted out of his company. And he had I believe the 3 greatest qualities he had as a leader were the fact that he had a passion, he had a clear vision of what he wanted, he had a passion for the company and his workers, and he had the ability to inspire and trust that his workers were doing what was best for the company. Technology is nothing. What's important is that you have faith in people, that they're basically good and smart, and if you give them tools, they'll do wonderful things with them. He was determined to change the world. Along the way, he changed 7 companies. He changed personal computing. He started with the Macintosh, then the Lisa 2, and then he left Apple in the 90s and went to animated movies, and he bought Pixar, and that's when they came out with Toy Story. And then he invented iTunes and the iPod, which was a big game changer for music. Then iPhones and iPads. He changed retail stores when he came out with the Apple Store. And the biggest one yet was the digital publishing, and which is the ebooks. That's how I have all my books now, and I think it's great. He was very authoritative, like I said, when he started, because he was determined to start his company. And he did not give up. He started working for Atari when he was 19. And he quit when they didn't let him do what he wanted to do. So he lived by his own rules. So his leadership, I believe, was situational. So when he needed to be authoritative, he was. Once he had his company, he was able to calm down and be more democratic. And then once his company was up and running, he was able to become more free reign. I found really interesting that in the 90s, he did go to jail, and Bill Gates bailed him out. And they asked Bill Gates why. And at that time, Apple was the biggest competition. So he said, why compete if you have no competitors? So I thought that was pretty cool. I chose him because I'm determined, and I believe that's one thing we have in common. I know what I want to do, and I haven't accomplished it yet, but I know what I have to do. He was a self-made man. He started his company in the garage, and now it's one of the biggest companies worldwide. He was an authoritative leader, but he was also an innovator. He changed the game for all those companies. The movies, music, phones, tablets. As a leader, I believe I'm more participative and democratic. I like to hear the input of other people. I don't like to be bossy, so I like to know what other people's opinions are, because I believe that would help me become a better leader and make the situations better. Things don't have to change Things don't have to change the world to be important. Any questions?